All right, shalom, shalom. I'm going to start out this video by giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua, Bahashem, Rakakwadash, and double honors to the elder apostles and the elder bishops of the great millstone that rule well, teach well, while learning truth, 100% according to the Bible. Also want to say shalom to the elect, the 144,000 men, prophet, service, scattered abroad the four corners of the earth, and shalom to you, Akwaf, which are you few sisters out there that are sincere, your children, shalom. And in today's video, as you can see, is going to be building off of this video I got here from this guy. And today's video is going to be titled that the spirit of civil war is in America, man. You see, because ultimately that's what's coming for this place. And we see the beginning stages of it coming with everything that's happening with all of these ICE raids that are going on. You see all of these massive layoffs that are happening here in this place, America. You know, things are getting more harder for these Babylonians here in this place. And eventually it's all going to brew over to civil unrest, man. And that's the spirit that we see, you know, increasing here in this place, America, man. Right. So I'm going to actually allow this video to play, and we're going to grab a few precepts and Abaratazai, pray it be edifying. But with that being said, fair use. I'm not getting paid for this video.
So the mobs crashing Portland may have finally met their match. Oh, here come the troops. Oh, that guy just got run over by a train. And now people are getting arrested. Now they're going inside the ICE facility because they are not part of the inmate population. Oh, and they're taking that person in too. Oh, that person's going in too. Oh, this ain't peaceful. I don't care what anybody says. This is not peaceful. I don't care if they got bubbles floating in the air, costume characters. Ooh. Oh, this person's going in too. This is wild. It's like every second someone is getting detained for not being peaceful. Look at all the smoke and explosions. There is zero peace here. It sounds
Right. And we see just a little bit of what it is that's happening. And like I said, everything that we see taking place here in this country is ultimately what's going to lead to the civil unrest happening in this place, man. And this is not just going to be in a few states throughout America. Eventually, this stuff is going to be worldwide in this country, man. And you're just going to have chaos happening everywhere. That's all that's coming for America. Complete lawlessness, chaos, man, anarchy, turmoil, you see. As it tells us right here, let me grab that. This is Matthew 10:34. It says, think not that I am come to send peace on earth. I came not to send peace, but a sword. So Yahweh Bashim Yahushua is the one that's allowing these things to happen. And the spirit that's in this place, America, right now is division, man. You see, and the only thing that's going to stem out of all of this is chaos, man. Right. So I'm going to go to Isaiah chapter 19, and I'm going to start at verse 1. It says the burden of Egypt, right, which we know spiritually Sodom and Egypt is this place, Babylon the Great, America. It says, behold, the Lord rideth upon a swift cloud, which is a chariot, and shall come into Egypt, America, and the idols of Egypt shall be moved at his presence, and the heart of Egypt shall melt in the midst of it, right, you Babylonians. Verse 2, and I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, that's you Americans, because like I said, we already see that spirit in this place now, man. Egyptians rising up against Egyptians, and eventually it's only being words being thrown at this moment, but eventually it's all going to brew over to chaos, and that's all people are going to be doing, right? It says, and they shall fight, right? Civil wars, everyone against his brother and everyone against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom, right? Verse 3, and the spirit of Egypt shall fall in the midst thereof, and I will destroy the counsel thereof, and they shall seek to the idols and to the charmers and to them that have familiar spirits and to the wizards. Verse 4, and the Egyptians will I give over into the hand of cruel Lord, which is Donald J. Trump, man, Nero. And a fierce king shall rule over them, saith the Lord of hosts, right? And that's ultimately what we see happening. Because ultimately, since Donald J. Trump, you know, that cruel Lord has gotten into office, that's really why things are heating up more and more, man. Because ultimately, all of the laws he's putting in place, everything that the Lord has put on his spirit to do is ultimately rousing up these people in Babylon, which is going to lead over to all this chaos. And ultimately, that's what these devils want anyway. You see, they want the chaos to happen, ordo ab chaos, because once the chaos happens, that gives them a justification to bring in their order, man, you see, which is ultimately going to be locking this place, America, down, you know, because they want to lock this place down anyway, because it's all going towards their agenda, their new world order, right? But I'm going to get back into the video, and we're going to watch some more of it, all right? So bear with me, all right, while I pull it up real quickly.
It's like a war zone. It is a war zone. And look at this. These rioters, they want the altercation. They want this. Look at him. Look at this guy in the bunny costume. Look at him. He's like, you can't stop me.
All right. And you hear what it is the guy's saying. And a lot of these people that are out there at these protests, a lot of them are paid off, man. You see, they're paid by these devils, ultimately to create the chaos, to create the ruckus, so that, like I said, they can be justified for bringing in the order, sending in the troops, and doing all of the things that they're doing, man. You see, but ultimately, this is all the will of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, because everything that we see playing out is ultimately going according to prophecy. So these things are going to happen anyway, But a lot of these people at these rallies and protests are agent provocateurs. There are people that are sent there to ultimately to cause the chaos, That's why it tells us in the scriptures, 2 Corinthians 2:11, lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we're not ignorant of his devices.
So, he's dancing around up here. Look at this. They've got the laser designator on him, signaling officers that they need to arrest this person because they're creating a disturbance. And there he goes. Down. Okay, what's happening now? We got an army coming out. Oh, this is during the day. These people don't take a break. Ooh. No, look at them. They won't move. Night or day, they do not move.
Why are you with me?
Because there's a riot. Look at this. It's devolving into mud-covered trench warfare. This is like a World War I battlefield out here. Crazy. This is ridiculous. Look how close this woman's getting right here. Putting her phone in the face of these federal agents who are trying to arrest these agitators. This is such a dangerous situation. Yes, they've got the situation under control. Yes, there's that building behind them, but these agitators are surrounding them, and they're getting way too close. Look at this. This is so wild. And
All right. And like I said, what we see happening is the people are still somewhat calm now, because eventually these people are going to, rouse up to the point where they're going to be fighting against these ICE agents and these law enforcement people, the military and the government and things like that. That's what's coming for America. And like I said, what we see happening is ultimately the beginning of all of that getting ready to be ushered in, man, because eventually that's what it's going to ultimately lead towards. These people are going to fight against these government officials and these other different, government bureaucracy, agents and things like that, man. Because like I said, these people are already fed up. They see that this place, America, Babylon the Great, is through. Everything in this country is getting worse. They thought Donald Trump was going to come and save the day and make this place great again. A lot of people believe that lie. And now they see that things is only getting worse in this country. So eventually, like they say in the world, when people have nothing to lose, they lose it. Because a lot of these people, they know that this place, America, is done, man. There's no hope for this country. This place is through. It's going down. And guess what? People are just in that spirit of ready to, take matters into their own hands, man, which is what we're going to see in the coming weeks, days, and months, man. That's what's coming for America, man, And I'm actually grabbed that, 2nd Ezra chapter 15, verse 14, it says, woe to the world, meaning destruction, and them that dwell therein, because that's all the Lord is bringing, right? As I read earlier, the book of St. Luke chapter 12, verse 51 says, think that I come to send peace, I say nay, but rather division, man. You see? People being at odds, people being at enmity against each other, man. That's what the Lord has in this place, Babylon, right now, man. And we know what the scriptures say, that a kingdom divided cannot stand. And we are at the end of this place, America, man. So that's why these things that are happening are going to only continue to, increase, man. And to happen more and more, eventually leading over to all chaos and hell breaking loose, man. Right. But this is verse 15. It says, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh. When something is not, I mean, it's fastly approaching. And these times we can already see that this is the season that we're in, right? What does it say in Ecclesiastes 3? It said that there's a time and season to everything, man. And we are in that time of war, right? Race wars, class wars, civil wars, World War III. These are the things that are going to come down the pipeline real soon in the earth, right? It says, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up to fight against another, and swords in their hands. Those swords are the guns, man, right? And we know that these people here in Babylon the Great, they ultimately possess a lot of, firepower and guns. You see, that's what these people love, their Second Amendment. And like I said, once they understand and truly know that this place, America, is done for, which a lot of them already know that now, that's when things is really going to heat up out here, man, right? Verse 16, it says, for there should be sedition among men. And we see that happening here in America on a smaller scale. But like I said, it's going to rapidly increase. That word sedition, I'm going to actually look that up, right? So we can get a better understanding of it. I'm going to go to Chat GPT, right? Bear with me. And I'm going to type in, what is You know, what is Salakia? We're going to type in, what is sedition, right? Well, let me see something real quick. Salakia for that, brothers and sisters. You know, I'm going to try to retype it in real quickly. But I'm going to type in, what is sedition, right? And what popped up is, sedition is a legal term that refers to actions, speech, or writings intended to incite rebellion or resistance against the authority of a state or government, you see, and that's what's going to happen real soon. These Babylonian people are going to be resistant and rebelling against the government. They're already doing it here on a small scale. But like I said, this is going to be all throughout America soon come, man, right? It says, in simple terms, sedition is when someone encourages people to rebel against their government or laws, but without directly using violence. It's about stirring unrest or discontent, right? And like I said, that goes to those agent provocateurs that Esau is ultimately sending out there to, you know, get these things started, man, right? Because like I said, they need this chaos to happen so they can bring in the order, right? And I'm going to get back to the precept, 2nd Esdras chapter 15, verse 16. It says, for there should be sedition among men and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes. That's talking about these government officials, man. You know, your ICE agents, your police officers, and, you know, politicians. They're not going to be regarding these people, man. You see? It says, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. Verse 17, a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. And that's what it's ultimately going to lead towards. Because once this chaos really get to the point it's going to get to soon come, you're going to have martial law enforced, man. And we see the cruel Lord Donald Trump doing that now through him ultimately, you know, sending all of these different National Guard troops to all of these various different cities throughout America. He's already testing the waters with martial law. We're already basically in it. It just hasn't, you know, spread to every city yet, but it's going to do that soon come, man. Because like I said, the chaos is coming for this place, man. You know? So it says, verse 17 again, a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able, right? Verse 18, for because of their pride, right? The city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. These are the things that are coming to the shores of America, man, real soon, right? 2nd Esdras chapter 13. I'm going to start at verse 29. It says, behold, the days come when the Most High will begin to deliver them that are upon the earth, the elect. And he shall come to the astonishment of them that dwell on the earth. Verse 31, and one shall undertake to fight against another, one city against another, one place against another, one people against another, and one realm against another, right? And like I said, that's the spirit that's in America right now, right? And these things will happen, you know? So we're going to get back into the video, and we're going to allow a little bit more of it to play. And that'll kind of be it for the video. Point has been made through the spirit, right? So bear with me. I'll pull this video up real quick. But yeah, brothers and sisters, you know, these are the things that are going to happen in America soon come, right? And like I said, you can feel it when you go outside, man. You can just feel the intense, you know, ness in the air, man. You can feel the spirit of, you know, civil war in this place. You can feel the tension on the people when you talk to them, when you walk past them. You can just see that everybody's in that spirit, man, right? As it tells you in Matthew 24:12. And because iniquity shall abound, right? Sin upon sin, the love of many shall wax cold. That word cold in the psychos in the Greek, right? And that's the spirit that's on these Babylonians, man. These people are in a psychotic state of mind. People just ready to bug out, right? And that all goes back to these demons that are on these people, man, you know? And ultimately, like I said, Yahweh Shem Yahushua is putting the spirit on these people to do these things because we're in the time of judgment, you know, and these things must take place, right?
This is so wild. And you know, all these pictures, they're taking pictures of the close-ups of these people's faces. They're going to say, see how ICE and the federal government are abusing people. But these people are attacking this building nonstop. It literally doesn't end. Look at this. It doesn't end. They want this altercation. They want this. They want this. This is what they want. That's why they're here. Look, they got a boom mic up there. There is nothing peaceful about this. They need need to take him into custody and get backup because you savages won't give him some space. And now they're wearing all these crazy Halloween costumes to try and make...
All right. We basically got a gist of what's going on. Like I said, brothers and sisters, you know, the spirit of civil war is in this place, America, man. And that's what's coming, you know? So, Lord's willing, I pray this video be edifying to you, brothers and you few sisters that come across it. Just a quick hit through the spirit. Till the next time, I'm going to say shalom to the elect. Shalom.